Hello, everybody. Greg Harrelson here with Century 21, the Harrelson Group, and my co-host Abe Safa, also with Century 21, the Harrelson Group. Just wanted to share another week's worth of Myrtle Beach real estate news. Lots of exciting things happening here. Abe, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Greg. How are you?
I'm doing good. You're busy. I'm busy. I know that.
Another busy week.
Yeah. Well, we've as always, we've got some numbers to share, and before that. I think you were going to give us an update on forbearance. But before you do that, I don't know if you've been having these conversations, Abe, but I wanted to just share with the audience that over the last week, I've had 2 calls from people. And I'm emphasizing this because I haven't had this happen in a few years, in actually multiple years. I can't remember the last time. But a few people have called and said, hey, I don't know exactly. I don't know where we're heading with the economy. I don't know how good it's going to be for how long. And I would like to go ahead and sell my properties. I have 4 properties. I want to sell 4. I had another person say the same thing. They have 11 properties. They want to sell 3 of them. It looks like they're going to sell 3 of them right now. But they're referencing their lack of confidence in the economy. Now, I'm going to disclose to you, I have no idea why they're lacking confidence. I'm not going to give an opinion on whether or not we should be confident or we should lack confidence. I don't have enough data to be able to determine for my crystal ball to tell me what's going to happen in the economy. I can say with confidence that the market is very, very, very good for sellers right now. But I just found it interesting and just wondering if you heard anybody saying those things, because it was the first time that I've had it in quite a long time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I've been having those conversations with people for months now.
Okay.
Some of it politically motivated, some
Yeah.
based on feelings that the entire world economy has been shut down for over a year off and on. So they feel like a lot of people feel like that the economy is much weaker than what we're seeing out there. So there's some concerns out there, and definitely having conversations with people about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Again, as same as you, I don't really want to have an opinion on where it's going to go. Our job is to serve our clients based on what's happening today, right?
Yeah, and I don't mind giving an opinion. I'll give one right now. My opinion is, if you put the property on the market right now, we're going to sell it for a lot more money than you probably think we're going to sell it for. So I can stand by that opinion at this moment. But trying to predict the future, and also I think there's times where people use fear as a way of trying to motivate people to take action. Right. And I don't want to do that. I mean, if I cannot document it and if I don't have the data to share with you, I'm going to be very careful at just making predictions just so I can look smart. Don't want to do that.
Well, we have the data, that's for sure.
Yeah.
at least to paint a picture of what's happening today.
Yeah. What about that forbearance? What's the latest on forbearance?
Yes. I mean, I looked at the numbers yesterday. The last report shows 2.7 million homes under forbearance still.
Okay.
So that number's dropped significantly, right, from the height, but it's kind of been leveling off at 2.7 and really hasn't made much movement since then.
Yeah.
So there's still a good bit of homes out there that are in forbearance. Some people are concerned, what would happen if that many homes flooded the market, right, and short sales or things like that. But honestly, as low as inventory is around the country right now, especially in our market, I really think that our market can handle it. I don't think it's going to be an issue.
And listen, if there was 100 foreclosures to take place in Myrtle Beach right now, and all hit the market right now, they would all be sold. Right now, it's going to take more than some foreclosures and short sales to hit the market to solve our inventory problems. So, we're probably a little bit of ways away from any issues there. I hope that doesn't come back to bite me, but I just don't see it.
I just don't see how. Yeah, I mean, I don't see how that would come back and bite you. I agree with you 100%. If 100 homes hit the market today, I'll take the listings. I'll sell them. I'll sell them in a week. Now, here's the difference right now, though. I mean, if we're talking short sales today relative to short sales back in 2005, 6, and 7, or 7 and 8, short sales right now are going to sell for full price.
That's right.
They're going to sell at market value, right? The banks know what's going on, right? They know what's going on with the real estate market. So it's not like if these homes were to hit the market that they're going to undercut what's out there. There's just too much demand out there, so they would be selling at market value.
Sure.
So I'm not overly concerned about short sales right now.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's dive into the numbers.
Yeah. So I mean, we've been running the numbers, scrolling on the bottom of the screen. We thought we'd try something differently right now. But let's, instead of doing the usual pendings and percentage of what's out there, because that number is still extremely low, and it's actually gone even lower than it did last week. I want to show you guys something different, because the new numbers for January are out now. And I wanted to throw these up on the screen because I thought this was really interesting. So this is end of January. This is single family homes. This is only resales. This is not new construction. I left that one out of this conversation. January sales up 17.5%. So 483 homes closed in January, up 17.5% from January of 2020. Now, you might think, okay, well, that's no big deal. Everything's been good. We expected this to happen. But when you're able to increase 17% with this tight of inventory, that's remarkable.
Yeah.
Right, because the numbers aren't there. It's not like we have a bunch of homes to go out there and sell. Inventory is already super tight. So when it's super tight and you're able to increase 17.5%, that shows you how much strength there is in the market right now and how much demand there is. So I thought that was really fascinating to see that number.
Yeah.
The supply of inventory, there's only 1.6 months supply of homes right now on the market. That's down almost 63% from last January or last February 1st compared to this year. That's insane. I mean, more than half the homes on the market have been sold, and right now we're sitting at the lowest level of inventory that I've ever seen. So yeah. I went in the MLS and I try to go back as far as possible, as far as their charts, to see it was 1.6, and I can't find the number that low. It was 2 back in I think March of 06 was the furthest it'll let me go back, and that was a 2-month supply.
Yeah,
so
I mean, I have never heard of it in my career, Abe. And I was, I've been in the business since the late 90s, and I've never seen anything close to this.
Yeah, 1.6 month. That's insane. So median days on the market has dropped to 76 days. That's down 25% from last year at this time. And then here's a good number to look at. Median sales price. This is the entire market of resale homes, $275,000 now. That's up 19% from a year ago, February 1st.
Yeah. I want to, one thing the consumer, I think owners need to know is, like, when we start looking with all this information, obviously the market's really, really hot. Okay. And our strategy for pricing properties, when we're talking with an owner, our strategy has to change a little bit. Like in the past, what you would do in a normal market, you kind of look at the comps, you look at what has sold over the last 6 months. And then you can kind of get an idea. Basically, it's kind of like an appraiser. They look at what is sold for the last 6 months, and then they can kind of like use their expertise and experience to come up with a number of what they predict the next property will sell for. But they're not trying to predict it as in a market's going to go up or down. They're basically saying, based on what happened in the past, this is what is likely. This is what this property is worth. Now, today, we could go in and we can look at all the sales over the last 6 months. And if you price the property today based on the average of the last 6 months, you've probably underpriced your property for today's market. Before, you could average them out and look at benefits and features of each property, kind of make adjustments, average it out, and you'd be right on the market value. Right now, you're probably undervalued. So it really takes an agent understanding the market to share with you how to properly position your property on the market in terms of pricing, because you want to make sure you don't underprice your property right this moment.
That is a great statement, Greg, and absolutely so true. Yeah, I mean, if you just look at the rearview mirror, the way the market is right now, it keeps appreciating every single day. Inventory keeps going down. You've left some money on the table. Yeah. So I know what you and I have been doing is, we know that 76 days is the average days on the market, or the median days on the market. We can actually price homes higher than what the comps have been, because we know the market's going to catch up to it. So long as everything continues to be the same and the market keeps appreciating, which we think it will, we don't see anything that looks like it's going to slow it down, the market will catch up to that price. So anybody out there that's looking to get a good price, I mean, this is the time to get it out there. Yeah. Let's look at the condos real quick. Let me switch the images up here. So condos, January, right? Nothing
Mm.
sells in January, especially not condos. That's what the consumers think. And there's nobody here in the market buying condos in January. Up 25.7% month of January, number of condos sold. Okay. Right now we're sitting at a 3-month supply of inventory, which again is the lowest that I've seen going back to the bubble, real estate bubble. Median days on the market down 12.6% to 83 days. And then the median sales price is up 14.3%. So we're starting to see some appreciation in the condo market, Greg. To me, I thought that was a little bit interesting to see. Because for the longest time we were just kind of they've been flat. We'll get a little bit of a spike, then it goes back down. But it looks like we're starting to see some good movement in the condo market.
Yeah, I believe that we're getting ready to. I think we're going to see a big move in the condo market. I think we're going to see these numbers improve. Supply decrease, sales continue to increase, and that days on the market and price, I think those are going to actually continue to move in a positive direction also. So I believe the condos are probably going to start experiencing what the residential market has had. They've been lagging a little bit. They have been improving month after month when you look at all of our different shows. But I think it's going to start to accelerate. So I think the condo owners are going to still see better times. I think the next couple of months, it's going to be really good. And who knows what will happen after the fall. But if I'm a condo owner, I'd take advantage of these times.
Yeah, that's a big statement. And I agree with you. I mean, I think the buyers are here for these condos. There is demand out there. So I hope we can see a nice little run on these like we did on the single family homes.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. That's all the numbers that I have, Greg.
Well, good. Well, those are some good ones. So no doubt about it. So obviously the market is it's moving in the right direction. As always, feel free to reach out to Abe or myself. We give you our cell phone numbers. You can text us, you can call us. And if you're thinking about selling a condo, a house, land, please use us as a resource. I mean, one of my biggest, concerns with a lot of property owners right now is underpricing and leaving money on the table that they don't need to leave on that table. So we can make sure we guide you and let you know exactly where you need to price the property to maximize your proceeds, net proceeds at the end of the transaction. Thank you so much, Abe.
Enjoyed it, Greg. Thank you all for watching.
All right. Bye-bye.